teardrops start to dry. Even when the sun begins to shine again. Taking all the advice there is, and none of it has helped. Experience has made me realize that I won't build my life on empty words. Being so damn naive, it only hurts. I'm so tired of love songs like never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs. I'm sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you. Looking back on how I used to be, I always thought that love was made for me. Oh, I was just as blue-eyed as the sky could ever be. Loving you has made me realize I'm so tired of love songs like never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs. I'm sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of love songs. Sick and tired of love songs. Even when my teardrops start to dry, even when the sun begins to shine again. I've taken all the advice there is, and none of it has helped. I'm so tired of love songs, sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you. Ooh, sick and tired of you. I'm so tired of love songs that never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone to help me through. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs, sick and tired of love songs. It's good to see you, that's bullshit. You don't like me and we both know that. Can we just pretend we're grown-ups for a minute? It's so sorry, but so cheeky. Got away with it so easily. Can we just pretend we're grown-ups for a minute? You've been a mean girl since '95. It's your way of getting by. Well, you should get a taste of your own medicine. And I'll ease your heart. just friends, but thinking you're my man. And maybe if you knew, hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm doing just fine, but I'm scattered, and I cry when you're not around, because it matters, dreaming of your kisses in the nighttime, knowing what I'm missing, but I'm still alive. Hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm fine, but I'm scattered, we're just friends. Oh no, I don't wanna be the one with answers, because I sure don't wanna know which girl you choose.
做到。
And no, the thought of her being a private dancer, it's just a little too much for me to chew. But I'm like, they say that I'm alright, cry on the inside. I wish you were my man. Hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm doing just fine, but I'm scattered, and I cry when you're not around, because it matters, dreaming of your kisses in the nighttime, knowing what I'm missing, but I'm still alive. Hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm fine, but I'm scattered, we're just friends.
smiling at me as so many times before. I never wanna be away, leave you again. You are all I want and more. It's true. If only I could do one thing, I'll be with you. It's true. Baby, how I need the loving from you. Waiting at the doorstep, finally home. I've been gone for too long. Standing here a while just to take it all in. Radio is playing the song. It's true. If only I could do one thing, I'll be with you. It's true. Baby, how I need the loving from you. Will you still love me as I'm getting older and old? And when you are away, I sometimes shiver and cold. It is hard to define you, but you're worth more than gold. When everything is told. Waiting at the doorstep, finally home. I was making my way across town, trying to get to you. I've been keeping my phone on no sound, facing you out, that's true. Now I get butterflies just thinking about your eyes, and that can't be all bad. Things came up, things went down, maybe turn back around. My spider sense screaming that I'm mad. A big storm blew up, a hurricane right in my coffee cup, carried me far, far away, and that's why I couldn't make it today to our coffee shop.
I pull into your driveway, it's a Saturday night. You look like $1,000,000 wearing that dress I like. You're smiling, but there's something missing in your eyes. Girl, I can tell that you have something on your mind. But I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes, I know you're all about the good vibes. Do you know how much I love you, wanna see you smile? Where's that happy girl that I know with a heart on fire? I'll do anything to make it fine, but I can tell that you have something on your mind right now. But I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, relax, all your problems will about the good vibes. We are all about the good vibes. We are all about the good times. Dancing till it feels alright, all night. We're all about the good vibes, all about the good vibes. I will make you forget all your sorrow. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax. All your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. Let's have a drink, just relax. All your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the